If you are looking for the best cameras for vlogging, you are in the right place. We have tried to include in-depth information on cameras for vlogging in our video, which will be enough to fulfill all of your needs. All of them are maintaining their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturer, and real customer feedback. If you want to buy cameras for vlogging, we think this list will be very worthy to you. Now, let's get started with the video. At the first position of our list, we have Panasonic Lumix Gun 100. The Lumix Gun 100 is a compact, easy-to-use camera that has an approachable button and menu layout. Its simplicity will be a big pull for vloggers and creatives who don't want or need anything too complicated. That being said, it still delivers high-quality video and has desirable features such as a viewfinder should you also want to take stills, plus it feels like a proper camera with its ergonomic grip. While it can shoot 4K, there's a crop factor so you're not making the most of the sensor. The vari-angle screen makes it great for recording yourself or even recording footage overhead or from the hip. However, it's worth noting the Gun 100 doesn't have any in-body stabilization, so you might have to invest in one of the best gimbals if you plan on doing a lot of handheld shooting. Overall, it's a compact, cute, and quite cheap camera that does the job, but is lacking a couple of features. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Sony A6400. The Sony A6400's front-facing camera makes it perfect for single-handed video shooters who need to talk directly at the camera. It has a 180-degree flip front-facing screen rather than a vari-angle, which would have been better, but if you just need to see yourself, it shouldn't matter too much. If you're a multimedia content creator, the A6400 is also a great stills camera as well as being able to deliver 4K video. We're not sold on the design. It's practically the same as when the A6000 was released, and it's starting to feel a bit outdated. However, we can just about let that slide due to its state-of-the-art focusing system and impressive IAF performance. Since its release, Sony has also brought out the slightly cheaper A6100 and the more advanced A6600, but for us, we think the A6400 hits the sweet spot for vloggers when it comes to cost and quality. The number 3 position is held by Fujifilm X10. The Fujifilm X10 is such a great camera in our eyes it even came first place in our best Fujifilm cameras guide. It doesn't have the external exposure dials you'd find on the Fujifilm X-T4, which might disappoint hardcore Fujifilm fans. However, it's still an impressive bit of kit. It features a flip-out screen, which is what makes it so good for vlogging, can shoot 4K video, and has 6 stops of in-body stabilization. Should you also want to take photos thanks to its 26.1 megapixel APS-C sensor, it can produce beautiful, high-quality images. For the feature, size, and handling, this is probably the best APS-C camera you can buy at this price point. Next at number 4, we have Panasonic Lumix S5. The Lumix S5 might be on the larger size for vlogging camera, but with a full-frame sensor, 6.5 stops of image stabilization, and a weather-resistant body, we think it deserves this spot. Even though the Panasonic GH5 Roman 2 is newer, you got a lot more camera for the same money with the Lumix S5, and it's much better in low light. It has a fully articulated screen which makes it perfect for self-recording, 14+ stops of dynamic range, and 4K video. Perhaps the only downside to this powerhouse of a camera is that it uses contrast AF rather than phase detect AF, which is often not as responsive. If you want a camera that's going to be good for stills and video, the Lumix S5 offers 96 MP high-resolution RAW plus JPEG capture. If you're a serious filmmaker, then perhaps the feature of the Lumix GH5 will tempt you more, but we think the Lumix S5 gives you more for your money. The number 5 position is held by Sony A7c. Even though the Sony A7c and the Sony A7 Roman 3 are now very similar prices, the articulated screen on the Sony A7c makes it that much better for vlogging. It isn't Sony's most exciting camera release, but its practical performance and excellent AF system do make it a good camera. The Sony A7c lacks the same quality feel that other A7 cameras have, but it is a bit lighter and therefore might appeal more to someone vlogging on the move. Its full-frame sensor also means it's very good in low light, and it has 5 stops of in-body stabilization, so even if you're shooting handheld, you'll be able to achieve relatively smooth video. It's by no means the cheapest camera on the list, and if you have any plans to buy an external monitor, I'd probably still go for the Sony A7 III. However, if you're looking at a camera that doesn't need any extras to record yourself, this is still the better option. The number 6 position is dominated by Olympus OMD EM5 Mark III. The third version of the camera that put Olympus on the mirrorless map is a truly fantastic option for vlogging. It doesn't have the 4K 6-type capability of Panasonic Micro Four Thirds rivals like the Lumix GH5 II. But 4K 3-type is enough for most vloggers, and the Olympus wins for autofocus, using on-sensor phase detect AF rather than the DFD contrast AF system still used by Panasonic. For regular filmmaking, this is less of an issue, as proper videography should be done with manual focus. But vlogging leaves you at your camera's mercy to keep you in focus, and Panasonic's DFD contrast AF is prone to pulsing, hunting, and reprioritizing. The EM5 Mark III delivers crisp, clean 4K video with rock-solid image stabilization and phase detect AF that won't let you down, and its stills photography performance is top-notch as well. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Canon EOS M50 Mark II. The Canon EOS M50 Mark II isn't the wholesale upgrade over the original Canon EOS M50 that many were hoping for, but it's an excellent hybrid mirrorless camera that performs well for stills and video. Its 4K capabilities carry a number of caveats. Canon's brilliant dual-pixel AF is replaced by contrast detect AF when not shooting in 1000 A-type, and shooting in 4K also results in a significant crop factor. Thus, we can recommend this camera if you intend to film 4K video. However, if you want to shoot 1000 A-type and you're looking for a powerful, easy-to-use body with great autofocus that's at home with run and gun videography, vlogging, and creating for TikTok and Instagram, the M50 Mark II is in its element. Canon certainly offers more powerful APS-C cameras, such as the Canon EOS M6 Mark II, which delivers superior results in both stills and video, especially in 4K. However, the M50 Mark II's party trick is its perfectly pitched performance to price ratio. This is an affordable, powerful, compact, and easy-to-use camera that's ideal for travel and everyday photography, as well as all manner of content creation. The number 8 position is held by Sony Zv1. While the new Sony Zv1 spiritually supersedes it, the Zv1 remains a great option that doesn't require you to faff with lens changing. Some might dismiss the Zv1 as yet another Sony X10 variant, but it's much more than that. The sensor and lens might be familiar, but the body, the controls, the audio, and the rear screen are all new and different and optimized brilliantly for vlogging. There are a couple of niggles. The huge change in the minimum focus distance when you zoom in is annoying, and the steady shot active stabilization didn't work too well for us. But the autofocus is exceptional, and the Zv1 is a joy to use, not least because here at last is a vlogging camera that really is designed specifically for vlogging, right down to that fully vari-angle rear screen and the supplied mic windshield, which really does work brilliantly. It's also a lot cheaper than the flagship Sony RX10 camera, despite offering a better proposition for vloggers. Next at number 9, we have Canon PowerShot G7X Mark III. When the Canon PowerShot G7X Mark II showed popularity with vloggers, Canon sensibly leaned into it and gave us the Mark III, a compact that improves on it in all the right ways to provide a perfect, compact vlogging solution. It's got 4K video with no crop, an external mic port, and even lets you live stream to YouTube. There's also the option to extract high-quality stills from 4K footage, useful for those thumbnails, and the excellent autofocus system works well with the 24-100 equivalent f/2.8 lens and stacked 1-inch CMOS sensor to produce video of enviable quality. It even enables you to shoot vertical video that's very phone and Instagram story friendly, an incredibly useful function. It's still good, but it has been upstaged rather by the Sony Zv1. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by GoPro Hero in Black. Welcome to the newest and best GoPro around. Though launched without much fanfare and looking identical to the Hero 9 Black in almost every way, the Hero in Black is nevertheless a significant upgrade. That's all down to its use of the all-new GP2 processor, which powers both the speedy user interface, doubles the frame rates, and fuels the best image stabilization tech yet. The larger 2.27-inch display and the handy front-facing screen is what makes this camera perfect for vlogging, especially if you like to vlog on the move, up a mountain, or even when riding a bike. The highlight is its 5.3K 6-type video capabilities and GoPro's new HyperSmooth 4.0 video stabilization. It works in all modes and alongside its 23MP camera. It produced the best photos and has the best low-light performance of any GoPro. Content can be transferred super fast via a cable, and it has an auto-upload feature that automatically adds photos and video to the cloud while it recharges. Some upgrades aren't all that exciting, but the Hero in Black was definitely worth the wait. That's all for today. All the product links in the description down below. We upload videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.